Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hello and welcome for your first video. So if you are new here, I love to create lots of different videos regarding finances and savings, and that is exactly what this video is going to be about. So today we're going to be focusing on side hustles, aka like a second job, second source of income that you can do during 2021, even during everything that's going on in the world, which are perfect for social distancing measures and perfect for lockdowns too. And all the side hustles I'm going to be talking about today, guys, are little to no costs to start up to, which is perfect for anyone. I feel like now couldn't be a better time to start something like this because we are in the time where job security is not as high as it used to be. Fear of not being able to pay bills and things like that are much higher than they used to be. So having another source of income to help ease that pressure, to help make you feel a little bit more stable in the income you have coming in each month, could it be more welcomed than ever before? And a side hustle is absolutely perfect to provide you with a regular source of income in addition to your main income. It's a way of potentially building a business which could one day turn into your full job. It can help you to save more money as well, and you could turn your passion into your career. So why wouldn't you want that? If you know me, then you know that my eggs are certainly not all in one basket. I have 5 different sources of income. So I have my corporate job in finance income. I then have my rental property income too, which I actually currently use to repay the capital. So I'm repaying the loan, but that could be another source of income if I wanted it to be. I also have my YouTube AdSense from the videos I put out online. I then have brands collaboration income coming in as well. And then I also have any affiliate linking and affiliate marketing too. The last 3 obviously all kind of combine under one, but I effectively have 5 sources of income, which I would love to add to over time. And I definitely recommend anyone out there looks to increase your sources of income, not to 1, but to at least 2 or more. It's so important, like I say, especially with how things are right now, that you have as many streams of income as you can as possible. So if one stops, you have another one that is still coming in. So today I have 10 jobs for you guys. Some of them are very much online based and some of them are still a physical job which you'll go out and do. So let's go through them. So the first job is a transcriber, and a transcriber effectively will go online and you'll be assigned a task to complete, and you'll be given the audio and you will need to type up the audio into words. It could be notes from a meeting at a company. They could have recorded the meeting and then they'll send you the audio and you'll be typing out the meeting into notes for that business. It's as simple as that. You are listening to audio and converting it into words. Pay for this is pretty good at around £15 an hour. Obviously it depends on your experience, how quick you are at typing and all of that, but the pay on average is £15 an hour after doing my research. If you go to a website called e4s.co.uk, I'll leave all this information down below. If you go on there, there's lots of information regarding this and you can apply for jobs on there. You have to undertake a quick test on there, like a speed test, to see how quick you are at typing to ensure that you are up to speed, but it's not that bad. I believe it's 65 words per minute you need to be able to type, which most people can do if you're good on a computer or laptop. So that is an amazing job to have, something that you can pick up and choose how many hours you want to do. It's something you could do first thing in the morning before work. It's something you can do in the evenings. You can do more hours one week, less hours one week. So it's completely tailored to you and what you want to do. It's completely flexible and it's definitely a great way of providing yourself with another source of income. I view this sort of income as a great way of getting money and fast. It's not something you need to invest lots of time into before you start to reap the rewards. You can start working straight away and earning straight away. So it's a great way of earning income immediately if that's what you want to achieve. Obviously, with all of these things I'm going to mention to you guys, they are going to be majoritively self-employed work. So you obviously will need to register as self-employed and submit the relevant tax returns if you're going to be earning another source of income like this. So the next job is going to be on Amazon Mechanical Turk. So this is basically a marketplace for businesses to outsource pieces of work that they want you to undertake for them. There's loads and loads of different jobs on there. They vary from teeny tiny little jobs to bigger jobs, and the type of jobs on there is literally anything. So it could be something like writing up a recommendation for a company. It could be typing, like I said. It could be doing some sort of administrative task. It could be that you're asked to book something for a company or find something for them to book, such as a venue. There are so many different things on here. So it's very much somewhere that you need to go on and have a look and filter through the different type of jobs on there to see what interests you and the sort of things that are perfect for your skill set, because some of the jobs on there will require little to no experience. Some of the jobs on there might be specific for someone that knows a certain type type of job, such as someone that has a certain qualification or a degree or something like that. So it's definitely worth registering on there. You do need to register first off before you can start applying for jobs, and having a little browse on there. With this particular platform, it's very varied again in terms of what you can earn. There are some jobs on there that will earn you a nice amount of money, but a lot of jobs on there are smaller amounts of money. So we could be talking £1, £2, £3. So you have to consider if it's worth your time or not, how quick you're going to be able to undertake the task. Is it going to be worth your time? Because if you can undertake a few tasks in an hour, even if you're getting paid a few pounds, it's still going to work out to be a really good hourly rate. But if it's something you're not necessarily experienced in and it's going to take you time, then you could end up being paid less than minimum wage. So you do need to work out if it's worth your time, and if you have a skill set which you can use on here, which will earn you the higher paying jobs. But it's definitely worth checking out, and it's again another way of earning money quickly. You've not got to invest time at outset and build something. You can start earning from day one. There's also things on there too, such as proofreading, and then also surveys as well. So some really basic and easy jobs on there, which are perfect to do in the evenings. Even if you just have a spare half an hour, you could do a quick couple of jobs and earn them extra pennies and pounds and £10. So the next job is to become a delivery driver. So as we know right now with how the world is, deliveries are such high demand. They always have been, but especially with how things are now, where we're not able to go to the shops, people are online shopping so much more. Deliveries of any kind are just in such high demand. So I did a little bit of research, and the average pay for a delivery driver is £12.50 for the current tax year in the UK, but it's completely down to this role and also the skills that you have. I found some delivery drivers which are classed as distributors to earn up to £50 an hour. So it completely depends on if it's a self-employed role, if it's a permanent employed role, and your level of experience and what you're driving and what you're delivering to. But it's definitely a role that you can earn more than minimum wage, and you can also earn a really decent amount as well. What's great about this sort of job is that it's not something you need a lot of experience for. Most of the time, as long as you have a driving license, you can apply for most of these jobs. Of course, some jobs you may need a certain license to drive something bigger, if it's a truck or a van or something like that, but for the most part, most people can apply for a job like this. So again, it's something you can start today effectively. You've not got to wait around. With a job like this, obviously your earnings are capped, a little bit like the other two that I've spoken about. So it's not necessarily something you can do and progress into a huge career. It, of course, could be a full-time job, but it's not necessarily a side hustle you can turn into a big business or anything like that. But it's definitely an amazing way of earning extra cash, again, at the weekend, in the evenings. It's something that you can pick and choose your hours as well. You could look at local restaurants, local businesses. If there's anyone around you that needs support, you can look at companies such as Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, anyone that does home deliveries. You can even look at Uber as well. Uber Eats is a great way of doing this because you can pick and choose your hours completely. You're not fixed to a rota or anything like that. So the next one I have mentioned before, and it's a website called Fiverr. So on Fiverr, you can sell your services, and it's mainly digital services. So it's things like logos, website design, it could be music for background track for a video or something like that. It's a really great way to sell your services to a content creator. So someone that needs their website doing, or they need a new YouTube intro, or they need a new outro or a banner for their YouTube channel. There's also lots of other jobs on there too, such as voiceovers, there's animations, writing jobs too. So you could be asked to write something for someone, and there's technical jobs on there as well. So there's a big variety, but it's a great space, especially if you're someone that does digital work and you really want to get into that space. It might be that you did this at school, you were an amazing person in terms of digital creation, but you haven't pursued it ever since. And you can look to go on this website and sell your services to earn money. The pay for this is completely dependent on what you want to be paid. So you can set your fee, you can set it as little or as high as you like. Of course, the more competitive you are, the more jobs you're going to be getting. So it depends on what you want to do. You could set your fee really high and you may get the odd job, and you might just be happy with that, or you might want to set your fee a little bit lower so that you get the regular work coming in. It's one of the websites that may take a little bit of time to build up first, because you're going to need to find some clients. You're going to need to build a portfolio on there as well of your past work. But once the ball is rolling with something like this, once you get recommendations and you get regular customers, it's a really good earner. And this is the sort of thing that can turn into a full-time job. And once you build your brand on Fiverr, you could effectively move it over to your own website and take it off this platform and start your own business without using a website like Fiverr. So the next two I have are amazing ones that earn you so much money in the long run. However, there's a lot of groundwork that needs to be put into them. And the next two are going to be YouTube and then also Instagram. So they kind of come hand in in hand. So I'm just going to talk about them both kind of combined. They are two very separate things, or two things you can merge together and do at the same time. So as you guys know, obviously this is what I'm doing right now, filming a YouTube video, and YouTube is an amazing way of earning money. It's an amazing way of earning a regular source of income. However, you do have the groundwork at outset. So there will be a period of time you create content on YouTube which you won't be earning any money for, and that time is completely different for every single person. So you might only be waiting a week, you might be waiting a month, you might be waiting a year or longer. So it's not something that you can start with the intention of definitely earning lots of money from. It's definitely something you need to take more as a hobby at first to make sure that you love it, you enjoy it, and you don't mind either way. I wouldn't recommend starting YouTube purely from the aspect of making money, because there is so much work that goes into it before you see any profit at all. First year of me doing YouTube, I certainly spent more money on equipment and tools than I did in any sort of earnings from YouTube. Even my second year on YouTube, I was still spending a lot of money on equipment, upgrading my camera, you know, buying lighting, etc, etc. So it's not something that you can necessarily do with no money, although if you have a smartphone, you could definitely start your channel with that and film on your smartphone, and then you can upgrade over time when you start earning a little bit of money and reinvest into your business. But YouTube and Instagram is a great way for content creators, people that love creating things. It might be someone that loves photography, or you might like the talking side of things like YouTube, and you might want to share your information on something. You might love editing as well, and animations and all of that. And YouTube and Instagram are a great way of combining the two together to kind of share your digital flair, to share your creative side in a digital way, and to give yourself the potential to earn an unlimited amount of money, because the world of YouTube is crazy, and the amount of money you can earn on YouTube and on Instagram is just crazy. And it's the sort of thing that once you've put the groundwork in, you can earn really good money for really minimal work. So you could be, you know, filming a couple of Instagram stories and you could be earning a lot of money from that. I'm not talking 10, 20 pounds, I'm talking hundreds of pounds, even thousands of pounds. And it could only take you 10, 20 minutes to earn that money. But there's a lot of groundwork that goes in at outset before you get to that point. So once you get to that point, the reward is crazy, but obviously there's a lot of groundwork up to that point. So with Instagram and YouTube, it's definitely something you need to consider. Is that something you want to do? Are you prepared to commit loads of time to something that you don't know when it may pick up? But it's definitely something that I would recommend to anyone out there who's thinking about it. So if it's something that's interesting to you and you've always wanted to do it girl, or do it boy, because it is something that you can turn into your own business in time. So another thing around the world of social media is that if you don't want to personally do Instagram or YouTube or anything like that yourself, you can offer your services in this area. So you could start your own business and you could be helping businesses run their social media channels instead. And what I mean by this is you could be running a small business's social media page. So you could be the one that's logging into their Instagram account every day. You could be posting on their stories. You could be posting on their feed. You could be replying to DMs for them too. You could be looking at their business and telling them ways that they can improve their business. So it could be that their logo might need a bit of a revamp. It could be that their feed isn't that aesthetically pleasing. It could be that they're not regular enough on their stories and they need to engage more with their audience. You can offer your services. If you're someone that has a little bit of experience in this area or you're willing to learn, you could offer your services. And I personally believe that right now couldn't be a better time for this, because so many businesses have had to shift online during now. Even businesses that had no clue about the online world have had to shift online during this really difficult time we've been in. And that means your services are going to be really welcomed by a business like this, because they don't have a clue. They've not been online before. They don't know the modern world. No offense to companies like that, but there's some companies out there that don't understand the social media side of things. So, and someone that is really into their social media could be a great person to do this. And again, you can set your fee competitively, you can research online to see what others are charging, but you can earn really good money from this. And it's something that you can take on as little or as much as you want. You could just manage one person's social media, or you could take on a load of clients if it's something you want to do. And over time, it can become a big business if you want it to be, or it could just continue to be a little hustle at the weekends and the evenings. So another thing you can do to earn money, which again is one that involves work up front, but ongoing, you could earn a really nice amount of money for no work, is to create a product you can sell on. And what I mean by this is you could create something like, for example, a spreadsheet. So you could be really, really good at Excel, and you could put together a spreadsheet which could help someone who's self-employed manage their taxes, or you could help someone manage their income and expenditure. It could be anything like that. It could be something as random as an Instagram filter pack, something that requires the initial work at outset to create the product that you want to sell on. But once that has been created, it's just a matter of you marketing that and you advertising it on your social media, etc., and trying to find people that are interested in that product, and then word of mouth will spread that product, and eventually you'll be earning money from something that, yes, once upon a time you spent time to create the initial product, but now it's not taking any of your time up and orders are coming in. And this is a way of earning a regular source of income from something ongoing for a really, really long period of time with no ongoing work. And this is something great to do if you know you are so talented in an area that other people struggle with. And that's why I use Excel as the example, because Excel isn't something everyone is clued up on. Excel isn't something everyone knows how to use in detail. So if there's something that you can create which you know will add value to people's lives, that you know people will be interested in and will sell on, then it's definitely worth looking into this. Okay guys, so I've got 2 more job ideas for you, which are both kind of dependent on skill set, if you will be able to do these or not, but I wanted to include them in the video. So the first one is creating your own online store. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, online is where businesses are going. If a business wasn't online before, they're going to be online now. Like, online is where it's at. Online is where everyone is shopping, everyone is spending their money, people are online. After the pandemic is over and we're back to normal lives, I feel online shopping will still be very much more ingrained in people's minds to do. Even people that didn't online shop before. My mum and dad are a great example. They didn't really online shop much before. They were definitely much more of a let's go in person and buy it sort of people. Now they love online shopping, and I can't imagine that will stop once the pandemic is over. So I feel like the online space is better than ever to start now, and online shopping is the modern way of shopping at the end of the day too. So there's lots of different things that you can do for an online shop. So you could look at hosting it on a platform such as Etsy or eBay or Facebook Marketplace even, or Amazon. You can use a ready-made platform to sell your products. So it could be that you want to make something from scratch and you want to sell this on, and that's great to use any of these sort of platforms to do that with. You could even use Depop or something like that. So if you have a product you want to make, but you don't really want to create your own website, you're not quite sure how that works, you don't want to spend the money on it, that sort of thing, you can use a website that's already built and use their services to help sell your products. Another thing you could look to do is to create your own website, so a proper website from scratch, and obviously you can sell the products you make on here. But another thing people do, which is great if you don't have the money to invest at outset, is drop shipping. So drop shipping enables you to effectively sell things, but you never hold the items physically. So you're not bulk buying things from a supplier, holding it in your house and then sending it out. There will effectively be a holding place for your items to be stored, and they will ship the item out for you. So you are basically just running your website and nothing else. And this is a much cheaper way of doing things, a much cheaper way of starting out if you want to start out a business but you don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to invest into it. So if drop shipping is something of interest to you, I am not an expert, I'm just going by kind of my research, so definitely check it out on YouTube. There are so many videos out there all about drop shipping, so definitely worth having a look at that. If that's something that may be of interest to you, if you've always wanted to set up a store and you have a product in mind, then it's definitely worth looking into. And obviously this is something that could turn into a huge business, which could be your full-time job and more. So this is a great thing to do, which again could be a slow starter, but over the long term it could be a huge earner. Okay guys, the last job idea is going to be an online tutor. So you could offer your tutoring services privately, for example, and the average pay for this, guys, let me just make sure I get it right, is £15.61 per hour in the UK. But obviously this can vary depending on your skill set, so you could be earning more money for this. You could be particularly skilled in a certain area where you can add value. So this isn't actually a job that you may require a degree for. It might not be a job that you need to be a teacher for, but you may have a skill set in a particular area. You might be amazing with musical instruments, a particular instrument. You might be amazing at art, and your services you can sell on and help tutor children or teenagers during the current time. Again, right now is such a good time for this because children are at school, teenagers are off uni, you know, students are unable to take their lessons and they're learning at home. And there are so many parents out there who work full-time and are probably finding this time extremely difficult, and having a private tutor could really help them out. And I definitely think there'll be families out there, especially ones that once paid out for private tutoring previously, who will definitely be interested in adapting this and continuing this on for their children. And like I say, where there's families too, where they're working full-time, there could be 2 parents working full-time, and the money they lose by taking time off work to help with their children's education may work out more cost effective for them to hire you for a couple of hours a day to help educate their children too, depending on obviously your skill sets and what you're able to support them with. Obviously for something like this, you're going to need to promote your services. So you can promote on LinkedIn, you can promote on social media, you can obviously word of mouth through friends and family. Definitely speak to any friends and family who you know have children and who know of other children and teenagers, etc., who they can pass the word on and to get your business rolling. You can also put adverts on websites such as Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace as well to get your business out there and to get your name recognized. So everyone, that is all of the job ideas that I had, the side hustle ideas for 2021 during everything that's going on that are social distancing safe, which are perfect for right now where we're in lockdown, etc., etc. I really hope you found something from this that may be of interest to you. I hope you found this very helpful, or if not, I hope you just found it interesting. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel and algorithm and all of that stuff. I would love for you to subscribe as well and hit the notifications bell so that you're notified of future content on my channel. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah, bye.